Have you ever caught yourself saying, I am studying since 2 hours, or he is working here for 2020? These are common mistakes that can disrupt the flow of the conversation. By the end of this video, you will know the logic behind these two words. We will break down how they function, and then you will pass a quick test to prove you've mastered the difference. The choice between these two words depends on whether you are identifying a moment or measuring a length of time. Since marks a starting point, while for describes a duration. Distinguishing between these two concepts removes the most frequent grammar errors when discussing time in English. Let's start with since. Use this word when you are referring to the specific exact moment an action began. On this timeline, 2020 acts as a fixed point. Saying since 2020 references that start date, tracking forward to the present. This point can be Monday, 5 p.m., or your childhood. Saying, I have been studying English since 2020 pinpoints the exact starting year. Thinking about this in Tamil, since na ena, oru action eppo startachunu sollum, it strictly answers when the action was born. For functions differently. It measures how long an action has been happening, regardless of its specific start date. This timeline shows a measured segment. Using for defines the size of a time block, like 2 hours, rather than marking a calendar spot. This measurement can be 5 days, 3 years, or a long time. She has worked here for 5 years, focuses on total length. In Tamil, for na ena, evlo neram nu sollum, it is a tool for measuring the quantity of time. Comparing them shows how situations are described two ways. Left, starting points, like since 9 a.m. Right, duration equivalents, like for 3 hours. Moving here in 2010 means you can say since 2010 or for 15 years. You simply choose between start date or total span. Even when you choose the right word, there is a common error involving the surrounding verb tense. I am waiting since 2 hours is wrong, because 2 hours is a duration. I am waiting for 2 hours also fails. It only describes the present. Connect past to present using present perfect continuous. Subject, has or have, then, and a verb ending in ing. Combining the correct preposition, since or for, with this grammatical structure is what makes the sentence work. In live conversation, you can use a simple question and answer test to choose the right word instantly. If the logical question is, when did it start, use since. If the logical question is, how long, use for. If a friend asks, how long have you been learning English? They are asking for a measurement. You would reply, I have been learning English for 1 year. However, if they ask, when did you start? They are asking for a point in time. You would reply, I have been learning since 2024. Tying these words to the specific questions, when and how long, allows for faster, more intuitive responses when you're speaking. Let's apply these rules to a short exercise to see how they function in practice. Evaluate these 3 sentences. Determine whether the time reference at the end of each line represents a starting point or a duration. You have 5 seconds to mentally fill in the blanks. Let's review. Number 1 is for 2 hours, because it measures a duration. Number 2 is since 2015, because it marks a specific year. Number 3 is since morning, because it identifies a starting point in the day. If you correctly identified those, you have a solid grasp of this distinction. Share your own example sentence in the comments, and subscribe to English Medium for more lessons on refining your grammar. You can now accurately distinguish between a starting point and a duration, removing the hesitation from your time-based sentences. Happy learning!